Ah, right on. Okay, so here we are on a beautiful Sunday morning, and I feel like I'm almost, I don't know, I might do like a month of Neil Young songs. He's got so many, so we'll do like a hurricane this week and review Heart of Gold from last week because the whole idea here is I want to give you guys um, different ideas about making your own chord melodies. Like a hurricane, I've set it up so it'd be likely an octave higher than what a person would be singing. It's in the key of A minor, so it might be a really good one to share with your ukulele groups, to sing it. There is an F major 7 chord in this arrangement, also an F chord. So if you wanted to bring it to your group to play, I mean, the chords that you could use could just be A minor, F, E minor, and G. Like you could keep it really simple. E minor 7's fun in this one though. So I'm going to start by just playing some of the chord shapes. I've got 4 chord shapes listed on the sheet, the level 1 of Like a Hurricane. I hesitated to put that first A minor on there just because it can be kind of hard to read that chord chart when it's like that. Your regular A minor, of course, is this. The one I've got written there, when you look at it, you'll see a little teeny weeny number written on the side, and it says 4. Ultimately, what's going on is I want you to play on the 7th fret of that first string. Strum 3 strings. That can work as your C chord or your A minor in this case. It doesn't have an A in it, but it'll give you the right sound. Now, if you feel like you are stretchy, look at me gear myself up. Don't tuck these fingers back. I just did that so you could see what I'm doing. I've got my pinky on 7, my first finger on there. That would work. Or that gives you an A right there. Okay, so that's going to be part of what we're going to do with Like a Hurricane is explore alternative fingerings for chords when you're making a chord melody. Because I know this is uncomfortable, but it's nice to get that dark sound of that A. Okay, so we'll play around with it. Focus so will be the melody, of course, but I still want to show you the other chord shapes so that it's right at the beginning of this recording. We've got an F major 7. Now, the full bar chord for this, you could go all the way across your 5th fret. Now I'm holding my finger up like that so you can take a look, like you see that little crease there, the natural bend of the finger. Make sure that it's not sitting on top of a string, because if you do, it can be harder to press down. My thumb's on its side, not flat down, because that will make this, you saw it right away, like my thumb's on its side here, because that's naturally how it would want to sit. If I have my thumb flat, you can see how my hand turns, right? So thumb's going to be on its side a little bit. Shape is kind of like that. So not right across, or like that. Okay. For this song, you could just go across 3 strings. Just try that while I'm talking. You might find that I'm moving my thumb around just to see how I feel. I find often for my hands, when I'm making a 3-string shape like this, so I've barred across my 5th fret, and I've got a finger on my 7th fret there, making a little F major 7. I tend to put my thumb in the middle between those 2 fingers. It's not always going to stay there. I do move my thumb around to wherever I need to have it to support me. Okay. But even then, there's variations on top of variations that we can do. So anyways, that's your F major 7. We'll play around with it. The E minor 7 shape that I have in there, listed as a chord, might look a little bit different than anything you've seen before, but or maybe you have seen it, I don't know, but I've put it in there because it might be fun to explore that shape. If you're strumming this song and you want to do just a standard E minor 7, you could do this, right? So it's like your G chord. There's your G, E minor 7, also known as a G6. In this case, that E minor 7 looks a little bit funky, but what you're doing is you've got your pointer finger on fret 3, string 2, middle finger on fret 4, string 3, so you can see how it got the bunny ears there, and then I used my pinky finger. You could use that finger, but I feel like, well, for me today, I played a lot yesterday, my hands need a break, so little pinky's sitting there. I was just digging that because it goes along with the melody that you wind up playing with that E minor, and it can lead you to this G shape. So what I did there was if I'm doing fret numbers for this E minor 7, 4th string is open, or 0. The next string is 4. The next string is 3. And the next string is 5. Okay, so that's O, 4, 3, 5. And then the G that I did was that one. Open, 2, 3, 5. So I played and played and played around with these. Had fun. Those open strings. Super fun. Okay, so that's the introduction to the chord ideas that I have. Doesn't mean you have to stay with them, right? This is all, I tend to do a lot of gray zone kind of stuff, kind of loosey-goosey, right? Before I carry on though, I just looked at that and then I see that big beast back there, that cabinet. That's my son's very first Marshall cabinet. We drove a long ways to get that thing. It was cheap, which was great. I think the drive made up for the cheapness, but it was a fun time. All right, anyways, back to Like a Hurricane. What I'm going to do is play it so you can watch my hands, and then I'll pull up the sheet music, okay? So most of what we're doing here, it's just sitting in the A minor. I'm looking at my music to make sure I'm saying everything that's right. A minor natural scale, okay? So the unaltered A minor scale is open, 2, 3, 5, 7, and then 8, 10, 12. Okay, and then backwards 12, and then 10, 8, then I'm going to do 7, 5, 3, 2, 0. It's great. That melody will just sit there on the first string for the most part, but we'll move it around, you know. Anyway, it starts up on your E on that 7th fret. Big jump 3 to 7. Or a lot of the ends of the sentences, ends of the phrases tend to be 8th notes, like that one there. And then you've got, if Neil Young was singing it, his voice would be ringing out for like the next bar. Okay, and then now if you do have your sheet printed off, I'm on the 3rd line right now with the words far across the. So again, an open there. page 2. Page 2 is the beginning of the chorus. Oh, lost my notes. Or, so it's nice because you can go right up high. Oh, sorry, I hit the wrong one again. 12, 10, 7, 5, 7. Okay, I can do it. Or if you want to have more of a final sound, you might want to hit 12, 10, 7, 5, 3. Too many possibilities. I'm just going off on a tangent now. All right, I need to share some stuff here. Hang on, I've just got to pull it up too, it looks like. I thought I had it up here. I've got to be all serious now. I've got a little file now under Sunday Ukulele called Neil Young. I did have it pulled up. Oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the song. I'm a little tired, I guess. I know, so sad. Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, I see what I'm doing. Yeah. You guys, it's going to be one of those days. I can feel it coming. Victory! I found it. Ah, that's good. All right, let me check in. Can everyone see it okay? Yeah? Okay, right on. Does anyone, like, do I need to make it bigger at all, or is it? Looks like it's all right. Okay, cool. All right, so looking up top, there's that little A minor chord I was talking about where, see that microscopic 4 that you can barely see? That's just like a little tiny speck. That's right. I have to like sit right. Yeah. So that's why I was kind of hesitating to put the chord shape up there. But I thought, okay, well, I got to do it. You guys need to be able to see what this is, right? Make it bigger, and that little 4 is still so tiny. So, right? Just be aware of that. Like, that's not a first position A minor. If you print off your sheet, what I would do is right next to that little dot there, I would put a 7 there. It's just like I'm not able to do that in my program, or I'm not aware of how to do that in my program anyway. So make sure that you've got a 7 with a little arrow next to that dot, because really, the other number I find pointless. So let's go through this, like looking at those chords. So we have the A minor. Actually, no, let's ignore those chords for now. Let's just get the melody cooking, okay? Let's do that. That'll be more useful. Okay, so you can see like the way things are moving there. It's a lot of the frets that we're already comfortable with. So we're going to be building a chord melody like the other song. We're just going to take our time with a chord melody. Now let's go through. Oh yeah, Diane?
What does the 5 in brackets mean?
Right here?
Yes.
That note is tied. So you count it, but you don't play it again. So I'll count out that bar for us, okay? So that's beat 1, 2, and then beat 3. You just let it sit there and ring out, and then you play again on beat 4. So it would sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 7, 7, 5, let it ring, 3. Okay, yeah. So there's quite a few ties in here. Here's another one. Okay, line 3. So that's where, if you can keep a finger on that note, that's where that E minor 7 shape comes into play that I was looking at. If you can keep a finger on that note or play it again, then it'll help to emphasize the melody. Let's find some more. There's another one there. So in that case, really, like, it looks kind of busy when you're, just remember, you want to look up here. Like, if I give you music that's got the notes above it, I do that so that you're also looking up there and seeing what it looks like in standard music notation. So if I was playing this, I'd go from the bar before, 5, 3, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'd carry on. So this 5 rings out. You can think of it as ringing out like 1, 2, 3. Neil would take a breath before he sings his next sentence, and that's, you can think of that little 8th note rest right there as what he would do. So that would give him a chance to go shloop. This song's so much fun to play, you guys. I'm so excited. Does anyone know this song? Or is this like kind of a, yeah? Ah, yeah, Kat's got a hand up. No? Good. Well, you know what, Kat? It might just be you and me then. So we will bring the word of Neil Young to everyone else. And I hope that, maybe you'll take this song to your ukulele group and you'll be like, guys, I've got a new song for us to sing by Neil Young. And it's just a fun one to do. Kat, do you do this one with your group?
No, I haven't done it with my group before, but I'm a huge Neil Young fan. So is this from like after the gold, I can't remember the name of, after the Gold Rush album, I can't remember. Anyway, I love all his stuff.
Yeah. The melody, his words. Yeah, this is fun, hey? Oh yeah. More Neil needed. All right, you and I will give the word of Neil Young to the rest of the group. It'll be awesome. All right, so I'm going to start playing this. And now, just so you guys know, I didn't write in all the lyrics for it because I thought it was going to get kind of messy if I did that. But it's a start, right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 7, 5, 3, 5, 0, 2, rest. 3, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 7, 7, 5, let it ring. 3, 0, 2, 3, 0, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So right now I'm counting out the beats for the G chord. So I'm going to scroll while I count 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're on the words far across. Here we go. 7, 5, 3, 5, 0, 5, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 0, 7, 7, 5, 3, 0, 2, 3, 0, 5, 2, 3, 4. I want to talk about, scroll back, I want to find the spot that's kind of a pain to get to. There we go, 3, 7, right up at the top there. There are different fingerings you can use for those notes. I plot them on the first string so that we can use that as our starting point. So you might want to do, like I demonstrated, like a pointer finger on the 3rd fret, baby on the 7th. Maybe try a slide. That could be fun. play that 3 and 7 a couple of times and see what works for your hand. Watch your hand while you do it so you know, because you've got to go 3, 7, 5. You might have to really teeter-totter, like you might play with a pointer finger on the 3rd fret and then have to do a bit of a lift and leap, you know, to get a finger comfortably on that 7th fret. It's kind of enforced practice right now. There, make it work. All right, let's do it again from the beginning, and we'll keep going this time. That was, I wanted to point that one out because that was the only kind of weird one that I found. I want to make sure you guys are comfortable. Okay, here we go again. 1, 2, from the top. 3, 4, 7, 5, 3, 5, 0, 2. Here we go. 3, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 4, 7, 7, 5. Let it ring out. 3, 0, 2, 3, 0, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on that G. I'm scroll. 2, 3, 4. Now on the words far across. Here we go. 7, 5, 3, 5, 0, 5, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 7, 7, 5, 3, 0, 2, 3. Let it ring out. 0, 5, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here comes the chorus now. So we've got a rest on the first beat where you have the C chord. The harmonic rhythm of the song changes quite drastically. In the chorus, it goes from a darker sound to, in A minor, to the key of C. It changes, and you have 2 chords generally per bar. So just be aware of that if you go to play it with your group. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 7, 5, 8, 8, 8, 5, 5. Yeah. 7, 5, 8, 8, 5, 3, 4. 1, 7, 5, 8, 8, 8, 5, 3. 0, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 0, 3, 7, 0. That's that. There's that 3, 7 again, right? Okay, now let's do this chunk here. So many 3s, hey? I'm gonna scroll so you can see. Oh, too far. There we go. Okay, here we go. Right on here. 3, 4, 1. 0, 3, 0, 3, 3, 3, 3. Look at that, up to 12. 12, 10, 7, 5, 7. Okay, let's do that 12, 10, 7, 5 again. But remember at the beginning where I was like, oh, maybe you want to do it as a 5, 3. There's a reason why I'm keeping it open-ended like this. So let's do 12, 10, 7, 5, 7. And then 12, 10, 7, 5, 3. Okay, here we go on the 5, 7 part. Up on the 12th fret. Ready? Here we go. 12, 10, 7, 5, 7. Okay, right on. Now let's do 12, 10, 7, and we'll change this to a 3 for more of a final sound. Here we go. 12, 10, 7, 5, 3. What I'm doing is I'm picking out the notes of the A minor chord. The A minor chord uses the notes A, C, and E. For our purposes, your A is the first string open, C is on the 3rd fret of that first string, and E is sitting there on the 7th fret. So we can have this. Oh, sorry, I tried to slide and I overshot. Or each one will give you a bit of a different sound if you're singing it. Now, I want you guys to have fun with this, right? Well, with every song, I want you to have fun. But you can do a little thing with the chords at the end where you can play around and you can improvise a bit with the melody based on where you strum your chords. So when I say that, like you can start with that A minor up high on that 7th fret, and maybe, let's see. So I'm going to show you what I did there. I was just kind of fiddling around, but this section here from A minor to G is a part in the song, that chord progression he uses to solo over. So with the different chord shapes we can make, I think this might be a good little thing to work on a bit through July, coming up with different chord shapes that you can use. Let me show you what I was doing there. There we go. Okay, so you know how I get going on picking and strumming? So I did a down, down, up. Oh no, I gotta think now. Hang on here. Da, 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 da. I think I just picked 3, 1, 2, 3. So I did a down, down, up. Just try picking 3, 1, 2, 3 for your strings. And now try this. So I'm just sitting there on that 7th fret. So now try doing just a down, 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 down. So beat 1, beat 2, and then 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. So what I do a lot is I'll take a bar, a measure of music, 4 beats, and I'll take 2 of the 2 of the beats and strum them, 2 of the beats and pick them. That's where you can really play around with these chords. You get comfortable with different shapes, different voicings of the chords, and you can take a pattern that you like that's maybe a combination of strumming and picking, or maybe just strumming, and you can change the sound of the chord by having it in different spots. So A minor, my special A minor where I put the 3rd fret on top there. So just try that. Make your A minor with a 3rd fret on top. I just want to make sure you guys can do that. Whatever gets you there, I use that, might be that, okay? It's still in A minor, but now it sounds different. Or look at this one. Okay, I've got my 7th fret still there. Put my pointer finger on that 5th fret, so it gives me that A sound. Now just try strumming 3 strings again. And then try picking it 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I did the G that's listed there. It sounds kind of cool, right? Because then here's my plan. You can drag your finger down the fretboard. You can sit like this if you want. Just watch my fingers. Right? There's that A, or that, whatever. This G that's spread out. maybe you feel like you want to keep that. I think F is, yeah, F is next. The special F, because it's got that third fret there too. Yeah. Barb, I think you got it. You make your F chord and tuck that third fret on. Yeah, right on. Maybe you go to this E minor now. Just do like a regular E minor, then G. That sounds kind of cool, right? Where am I? Oh, right. And I'm going to slow it right down. I'm going to get right next to the screen, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did, so the recording will be, I'm going to do it glacial speed. There's playing the melody, there's doing chord melody. For this week, I just want you guys to get comfortable with the melody and with the concept of these chords, and we'll build on that for next. It'll be a hurricane of sound we create with like a hurricane. It's going to be really cool. All right. So here's an ending that you can do, and this is where you can just build on it, or let's say you're playing that song Like a Hurricane with your group, right? And you want to have an interlude or intro or something. I like to sit and make my A minor like this. So I've got fret 7, fret 5, and I'm just strumming 3 strings, and I'm just, honestly, I'm flicking at it with my finger, maybe with my thumb, whatever. So I'm strumming beat 1, beat 2, then 3, 1, 2, 3. Because it's comfortable, my fingers are right there, so it's an easy one for me to do. So I'm keeping my thumb really close to that 3rd string. Okay. And then what I did on that 2nd bar was I did part of that, you know, the island strum, right? You could do that. Down, down, up, down, up. Or you could take that last up, down, up. Check this out. Down, down, up. I went down, down, up. 1, 2, 3. Try that now. Pick strings 1, 2, 3. You go down, down, up. 1, 2, 3. Down, down, up. 1, 2, 3. You're just substituting those last 3 strums for picking. So again, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, or down, down, up, 1, 2, 3, down, down, up, 1, 2, 3. And it just gives a different feel, right? So, you know, play around with the patterns you like, see what feels right for you, and then you can start to add this flow, and it'll bleed into other songs, right? Different ways to play. So, but start simple. Down, down, 3, 1, 2, 3, down, down. So everything's metrical, everything's on the beat. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. Yeah. So if I'm thinking of the string numbers, down, down, 3, 1, 2, 3, down, down, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's it. When you feel fancy, instead of playing that 3, I counted it. I went down, down, 3, 1, 2, 3, down, down, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you kind of sneak up on that island strum idea. So chord shapes, get back to that. So I have this one. And then I played my G like this. It's actually a G5. My hands are so tired. I played so much yesterday for that wedding. I saw my pinky finger start to shake on the screen. Did you see that? It was like, whoa! There's my G. And then keeping that idea going, I went down like that. And I built my F chord around that. So if you've done workshops with James Hill, you know that these are a lot of chord shapes he likes. They're fun to play. Okay? And then, so we did the F. And then we'll just do a plain old E minor, which is kind of nice. Plain old G. Yeah, Diane, I'm feeling it too. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Tremoloing with that pinky. I was tremoloing with that pinky. Tremoloing with exhaustion. But now you guys know what I was doing. Okay, I'm going to give little pinky a break. Okay, just rest, little hand. Just rest. Oh, we played for hours at that wedding yesterday. We played before the wedding, during the wedding, and during the cocktail hour. And we just played and played. We had a great time. Oh, but we were tired afterwards. So anyway, that idea, like you pick the chord voicing that you like, that you're comfortable with. Right? Now, this does step outside of the idea of the chord melody, because at the end here, this is where you can almost take a victory lap with all the strumming and all the picking that you guys do, right? You can just be like having a great time. Let's see. Woo! So I fiddled with that A too, right? Like I played the G here. The G chord. You've got all sorts of movable chords available to you without barring. Try that with me. So I made my normal G, and then I shifted it up by 1, 2 frets. And it's just, as opposed to, what a different sound, hey? Oh, I saw a chat there. Let's see. Oh, okay, it's the tremoloing with the pinky chat. Yeah. My poor fingies. So again, playing with chord voices and just getting comfortable with the melody is a good one for this week with Like a Hurricane. But now let's take a breath, and we're going to go back to Heart of Gold. Once I just gotta find it on my on the proper screen that I should be on. There it is. I found it. I updated the lead sheet too, so it should be proper. Like, I know that I had a couple of notes that were missing on it, and the one that's on the, if you didn't change your sheet, if you printed it off and you didn't change it, I've got a fresh one up there. Now, I know our goal with this one last week was to add in strums with the C chord and the G chord and just keep it. Oh, Barb, I like your idea of doing a little stretch. Wow, this is like kind of intense today. I mean, I'm having a ball, but it's like, oh, there we go. That feels good. Ah, yeah, okay. This is really fun, you guys. I was so tired yesterday, and I'm just having such a good time, except I can't find my share. Oh, there it is. You can tell I need more coffee, right? I have not had enough yet today. I found it. There we go. Actually, I played this one yesterday at the wedding too, and Bailey took a solo over it. It was really fun. So our chord shapes, fairly straightforward on this one, I think. How did you guys do? Like, let's just have a little check-in. Any observations about your playing or anything you want to share? Everyone's quiet. Well, let's just play through this, sing a little bit, see how we do. All right. So we've got our intro we started off with, and that was the whole idea with there was to try to strum, if you've got a low 4-tuned ukulele, try to strum just a couple of strings, right? It works okay with a high string tuned ukulele too, but the idea is I just do all down strums there, nothing fancy for that intro. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and D, E minor. And this is bum, ba, da, 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 da. It's the, that syncopated strum. So I'm going to do that D, E minor again. And if you want to do da, 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 da. If you, instead of those last 3 strums, if you want to sub out picking, that's just strings 3, 2, 1. So that would be D minor, 3, 2, 1. Lots of 3, 2, 1 in both of these arrangements. So then we go D minor, da da da, E minor, D minor, 3, 2, 1. So I sat and I played that like 4 times through instead of just a couple times and had a ball with it. Sometimes I'd pick strings 4, 3, 2 or 3, 2, 1. Sometimes I would strum it and decide what I felt like doing with it. I feel like Neil would like that. He'd be like, yeah, cool, Tina. You have fun with your little ukulele with my song. And I'd be like, yeah, cool. Thanks, Neil. Thanks for your support, man. All right, now I'm going to go through the song and just add in wherever my C chord is and my G chord is, I'm going to add in a strum on the chord. Okay, so I've got right on the I Want to Live. And on the 4th beat of each one of those bars, because there's that little gap there where my arrow is, I want to live, I want to give. There's a beat there, so I make sure to acknowledge that. So I'm just strumming, again, down with my thumb, probably just strings 3 and 4. So I've got 3, 3, 3, C chord, however I do it. 5, 5, 0, 2, strum. And I don't know if anyone tried tapping their ukulele like I've been doing on the 8th note rest before you pick the 3, 3, 3. But you might have fun doing that. So you could do, because I'm picking the 3s just with my thumb. 3, 3, 3, 7 strum. Oh, sorry, now I got confused. 3, 3, 3 strum. Tap. 5, 5, 0 strum. Tap. 3, 3, 3, 7, 7, 7, 7, 5, 0, 2. Strum, strum. Okay, I'm going to dissect everything I just did there. Right here, that's where, whoops, right here with that little A minor bit, that's where I did my special A minor, the fancy, where I strum my A minor with the 3rd string on top. You might strum that chord like 3, 2, 0, or you might strum with the 3rd fret and pick the 2, 0. Depends on what you feel like doing. And then you got your strum on the 3rd fret, or sorry, yeah, the 3rd fret note there is the melody. Or you might just go like this. Boom, boom, and carry on with the strumming down here on the 1st ending. Depends on what you feel like doing, right? I'm going to show you what my hands look like when I'm doing that little tap and then that strum. Okay, so I'll stop sharing and it's going to look like this. hear that open? It's okay to have that. Stop there, and I'm going to do like a slowdown of just the first couple bars where there's the melody. So I go, this is what I've been doing. You do not have to do the tap, but I'm just going to show you how I do it. It's like I'm just knocking. Look at all the different colors on my nails. So bad looking. You might knock with your knuckles, or you might just do this. Like I'm just tapping gently. I'm not, just a little tap. And I do it there because my thumb, look, I'm ready, man. I'm ready to go. So when I tap, I just let my thumb land in between those two strings. And whatever shape, I'm taking that G shape and moving it up this time. Right? So it's 7, 8, 7. And I know one we did last week a lot was this one, just 7, 8. So it depends on how your mind works. You could do this one, or this one. Play around with them and see which C sound you like up there on that 7th fret. I'm going to walk through them all right now, or the ones I think of. All open. You're just strumming those open strings under that 7th fret. Using your bunny ears. Using those fingers on 8 and 7. That one's pretty convenient because you're coming from here. So you can just drag them along. But if you feel all fancy schmancy, you might be like, and do this whole G chord. So depends on what you like the sound of, depends on how your fingers move. Okay, so I'm trying to demonstrate different ones so you can kind of pick out of the buffet which one you like, right? So again, I do a tap, pick your chord shape, and then I do an extra strum on my 4th beat, just to help me keep my timing. That's the only reason why I'm doing that. Strum twice there. Why not do a slide there, hey? My little strap's creaking away. Did you guys hear it creaking away? Sounds like so authentic, vintage strap. So those are some ideas for this song. Were you guys able to get any sort of feel of the song, like play through the melody and get comfortable with it? I mean, that's the first start, right? Getting comfortable with the melody. Yeah, right on. Getting the intro, like I saw Kat was just going to town on the chords for the for this song. Whoops! Oh, I almost knocked over my coffee again. Oh, I'll just hang on to it now, clutch it. Tucking in chords where you can, right? The C and the G. Get that going. Pick the sound that you like of that C chord, right? Like you've got options, you know, and it's fun to play with them and see what works for your hands. Throwing in strumming like as a pulse on the typically the fourth beat of the measures. Some of them you'll need to acknowledge a couple of beats, like on line 2 where it says I've been a minor for a heart of gold. You've got beats 3 and 4 because with your counting there, I'll put down my coffee and try not to dump it. You stay there, coffee. You've got this. And it's that heart of gold. 5, 0, 2, 3. Counting. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So you just got to watch out for that. Make sure you got something cooking there. And you might do that, like you might so I didn't play the G chord right with the word gold there. I went 5, 0, 2, light. See how I built that G chord around that? That note's already down. Boop. And I landed those just for the third beat. That's the glory of finger picking. You don't have to put all your fingers down for a chord right away. No, just put them down while you need them. That would work for strumming there too, mind you. But. And I landed it there. On the next one, it's these expressions I never give. That time, I landed it with that second fret note, and I did it because it was right on the beat. I wanted it to have a stronger sound. So it's, let's see, 3, 3, 3, 7, 7, 10, 5, 5, 0, 2. Your choice, right? Like I want you guys to think about what feels right for you, what sort of sound you want to make. Generally, you want to have, when you're doing a chord melody, because you guys are crafting your own chord melody, right? You're crafting it like Minecraft, but it's Neil Young craft. Generally, you want to have these chords come in on a beat, if you can. So third beat is a lot of what's happening because he's not singing any melody on the first part of the bars where he starts his sentences, where you have the E minor chord, and that's where it's kind of nice to have a little tap if you can. Has anyone tried that before with chord melody, adding some tapping in there? I'm thinking maybe not. Tappy tappy, tappy tappy. No, oh, okay. I'm looking through the screen there. Oh, cat, is that your cat? Cat? Oh, excellent. I made all my pets go inside so I could be like totally focused. But instead of doing a strum there, anything like that, it's just make sure that if you're tapping, you're ready to pick whatever you use. And like I say, I'm just using my thumb for most of this. The tappy tap really helps me with my rhythm. Just to acknowledge those beats. Oh my gosh, what's ringing? Ah! Sorry, turn that off. Oh, it's 10. Oh, that phone rang almost like an alarm.
Tina, I have a question for you.
Yeah, bring it on.
Everything that we've done today, and in fact, what we do every week, is all designed for ukuleles. Now, if I have a baritone, do I have to throw all this stuff out the window, or
Not at all.
or do I have to do some sort of an adjustment to make it work for the baritone?
So on the baritone, the only adjustment that you would have to make is think about the chord names changing. That's it. Fingering's the same. If you want to play it so that the chord names are still the same on the baritone, Dawn, do you have a capo?
Yeah.
capo it on the 5th fret.
All right.
Boom, you're done. You're in the same key, everything. But you might want to just play it with exactly the same idea as this. Let me grab one of my guitars here. I just happen to have them all, a bunch of them sitting here like a dragon with my treasure. Oh, yeah. All right, come here, little guitar. Oh, yeah. Oh, I bought this one when I was going to school at Capilano. It's a Takamine. Oh, I love it. All right, so now I'm going to play it like, oh, in my tune. Yep. No, don't throw anything out the window, Dawn. Keep using it. Right? It's just the only thing that happens is keys change. But everything I'm showing you guys, you can use on ukulele, guitar, baritone, and have fun with it. See, the only trick is like if you were playing it along in a if you guys are doing it in a circle, right? Like you're strumming along, that's where you'd have to watch out and make sure you're in the same key. But that's it. That's where capo 5 will put you in the same boat. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Use it on everything you owned on. If
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you just played that regular guitar tuning, and
Yep.
we could play it the same on the ukulele, and it would go together. Is that what you're saying?
You have to, if you've got a guitarist that's playing and they want to use like this heart of gold tab and play the same chords that you're playing, they need to capo on the 5th fret.
They need to capo on the guitar.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you just play it in?
I played it in B minor. Now the reason for that,
Okay.
E, F, G, A, B. So guitar, the note names, think of them as everything's kind of magical with the 5. Capo on 5 makes the guitar sound like a ukulele. If you're trying to figure out the names of these chords, if you were playing it on the guitar and you're like, okay, my first one on Heart of Gold is an E minor, but what the heck was Tina playing? E, F, G, A, B. So 5 and 5, right? Like capo 5 or count up 5 to figure out the chords. So a D on ukulele tuning in guitar would become D, E, F, G, A. Okay. So a quiz then. Quiz. So you got yourself a C chord. What's it going to be in guitar tuning?
C, D, E, F, G.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So if I was to take this to somebody that plays guitar,
Mhm.
and I told them I'm starting, so this is in E minor.
Mhm.
So then they would just go up C. They would E, F, G, A, B.
Well, that's where it would sit for them if
For
they were
them.
playing the tablature. Yeah. And in order
They
for,
wouldn't have to put a capo.
they would if they wanted to sound like you.
Like, okay.
Yeah. They
Okay.
would capo on that 5th fret. If you were playing it on guitar or baritone by yourself and you wanted to know what the chords were, if you just kept it like without capoing it, that's that 5 thing. So capo 5th fret for guitar or baritone to sound like ukulele. And if you're trying to figure out what those names are of those chords, if you're playing the guitar just the way it is, it's also a 5. Up 5 either way. Up 5 for your knowledge to find out the name of those chords. Or up 5 for guitar to match up with ukulele.
The matchup. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Music theory is interesting. There's a lot of these things where you wouldn't think that capo 5 and counting up 5 would all work the same, but there it is. So Guys, I gotta stop recording and I gotta load up a whole bunch of rock and roll gear in the back of my van now. I gotta get ready for preparing for the summer music camp. And I'm doing intro to rock band and ukulele combo again. So. But I'm just part-time this year. Last year was full-time, but this year's a part-time. So I don't think I'm going to be bringing Connor's great big cabinet up there, although, whoop, there it is. Although I might see if he wants to bring it up for a show and tell one day. He can lift it and put it in the van.
What's in that cabinet? What is it? A speaker?
4 of them.
Okay.
Face-healingly loud.
Okay.
Yeah, so that, like over, let's see if I can, they're behind me there. That's like they call them combo amps. They're the amps that you normally buy in a store where it's got like all the knobs and stuff on the top there.
Yeah.
So that's called a combo amp. Over here, yep, there we go. That's a cabinet, and I can't point. That little tiny, there, that little tiny teeny weeny box there. That's the amplifier head that he bought. It's got tubes in it, and it's got a really cool sound, and he plugs it into the back of the cabinet. So he makes his own combo that way. I've been educated a lot this last month while we've been hunting around for a cabinet and an amp head for Connor. Learned a lot. Which is good. I can probably use it in my rock band. So anyway, you guys, I must go, and I had a great time. I hope you guys, got some different ideas about what to do with these songs. And I'm going to stop recording right now, and I'm going to keep an eye on where it sends it to, because I just didn't know what happened last week. Okay, stop recording. Cross my fingers.